Hi, this is Miss Moss, and I'm going to give you a quick overview of Chapter 6 that you will be doing for this week, beginning Monday, September the 24th. This Chapter 6 is a chapter on making wise decisions when purchasing a car. One thing I want you to realize is to Google some of the videos that are posted by Clark Howard and Dave Ramsey where they're talking about purchasing cars, and they all caution, especially new purchasers, to go out and buy brand new cars. One thing you have to realize is when you drive that car off of the lot, it is no longer considered a new car. It is considered a used car, even if it has 5 miles on it. So the price difference is tremendous when you're looking at a used car versus a brand new car. So that's one of the first things you want to do is to try to stay away from purchasing a brand new car. The first objective in Chapter 1 is to some strategies for going out and buying a new car. One of them being the timing. There are good times to buy new cars, and September, October are really good times to go out and purchase cars because the new models are coming on the lots, so they're trying to move a lot of the used cars to make room for the 2018, for instance. So you would get a better deal if you buy that switches in a good season of buying a new car. Another thing that I read the other day was that a lot of dealers are making great deals buying cars because a lot of the millennials are wanting SUVs and minivans, so they're not buying the actual car type car. So you can get a better deal on a car rather than a minivan or an SUV. Another thing is you want to do comparison of the brands. Ford's, Chevrolet's, Dodges versus Honda's, Toyotas, Kias, Hyundais, things like that. You have to remember you have to compare apples to apples. You cannot compare a Lincoln Continental with a Toyota Camry. You have to compare them together and then make your decisions. Make your decisions based on what kind of service they have, what kind of reliability. Do they offer free maintenance? Anything like that. So you want to look at those things as you are looking at purchasing a car. Another thing is the second objective is to implement a process for making your decision. With the internet, you have availability of purchasing a car online. I would be afraid of doing that. I would prefer to be able to drive my car. But you can, again, you can compare dealerships. You can see what kind of ratings they have. You can compare the cars. What kind of mileage are they getting? Everything like that is at your disposal. So take advantage of it, and you can negotiate prices. You can, when you go into your dealership, know what other dealerships are getting for it, and a lot they will negotiate if you have done your research. If you go in there and just say, I'm going to buy a car, of course they're going to sell you a car at the highest price possible because that's how they make their money. The third objective is to know what to do when you have a consumer complaint. So if you've purchased a car and it's giving you trouble, what do you do? The first thing, of course, you want to do is you want to go back to the dealership. You want to go to the service person. You want to talk to the sales manager of the dealership. If you cannot get that resolved, then you want to go to the corporate headquarters. From there, if there's no resolve, take to social media. You'd be astounded at how quickly people will respond when there's complaints posted on social media, Facebook, Twitter, different things like that. And then, of course, if none of that resolves your problem with your car, then you can also take legal action, which leads to objective 4 is to what legal actions are available. You have legal aid if you have no money, you have small claims court. A lot of that, though, is taking up time and it is taking up your resources. So you have to evaluate whether or not if it's just something minor, do I just take it and go on and say I'll never buy this car again, or do you fight till the end with it? One thing I do want to caution you: if you buy from an individual, you are pretty much stuck, because most of the time they've sold you the lemon, they knew it was a lemon, and their history, you probably will never find them, they've moved out of the state. Again, I caution buying an individual unless it is someone you know personally. Georgia is a state that has what is called a lemon law, and after a certain period of time, before a certain period of time, if your car gives you trouble, you can go to the dealership and claim it to be a lemon. And if it's proved to be a lemon with so many maintenance requirements, then they either have to replace the car, or they actually have to give you your money back. So that's an overview of Chapter 6 for this upcoming week. Now for this week, remember you do have a Learn Smart and a quiz for Chapter 6. You have your discussion board question, which you do have discussion board question number 3, which is in Eagle Web, covering Chapter 6. You have to post your response by Thursday and respond to 2 of your classmates by Sunday. You also have a case study question, and it's questions 1 and 2 on page 211 and 212. Also, again, let me remind you to be working on your final presentations. So have a great week. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.